On December 13, 2024, Austrian authorities unveiled a controversial program offering €1,000 to Syrian refugees who voluntarily agree to return to their home country. This initiative, led by the government under Conservative Chancellor Karl Nehammer, comes amid escalating anti-immigration sentiment and growing strain on Austria's social services. The program was announced just days after the dramatic overthrow of Bashar al-Assad's regime in Syria, marking a significant turning point in the country's political landscape. Chancellor Nehammer reacted swiftly to Assad's fall, stating on Sunday that Austria would reassess the security situation in Syria to enable deportations of Syrian refugees. He said Austria will support Syrians who wish to return to their home country with a return bonus of €1,000. The country now needs its citizens in order to be rebuilt. He framed the €1,000 incentive as part of a broader strategy to reduce Austria's refugee burden while offering a dignified option for those who wish to return. The announcement has drawn mixed reactions. Supporters argue it provides a financial lifeline for refugees who want to return but lack the resources to do so, while critics, including human rights groups, warn about the dangers facing returnees in a still volatile Syria. Reports from the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees indicate that while certain parts of Syria have stabilized, many areas remain dangerous due to ongoing conflict, economic collapse, and repressive practices under the Assad regime. Human Rights Watch has documented numerous cases of returnees facing harassment, detention, or worse. This context has led some experts to question whether Austria's program fully considers the complex realities on the ground in Syria. Austria, like many European nations, witnessed a significant surge in refugee arrivals during the 2015 to 2016 migration crisis. Over 88,000 asylum applications were filed in 2015, a record peak according to the Austrian Ministry of Interior. This influx placed immense pressure on Austria's infrastructure, with local authorities scrambling to provide adequate housing, education, and healthcare services. While the annual number of applications has decreased over time, dropping to fewer than 25,000 in recent years, Austria remains home to tens of thousands of Syrian refugees. Integration remains one of Austria's most pressing challenges. Despite government efforts to promote assimilation, including language and job training programs, a significant number of refugees face barriers such as unemployment and limited access to higher education. Surveys reveal that nearly 40% of Syrian refugees in Austria are unemployed. Meanwhile, Austria's political climate has grown increasingly hostile toward migrants. Data from Austria's Ministry of Interior also highlights a correlation between illegal immigration and rising crime rates, which has fueled public frustration. This sentiment has been amplified by right-wing political parties, driving stricter asylum policies that further complicate integration for those who remain in the country. Austria's move is not unique. Several European countries have implemented similar programs. In Germany, the Start Hilfe Plus program offers up to €1,200 to refugees who voluntarily return to their home countries. Denmark has also introduced financial incentives for voluntary returns, although its approach has been criticized for creating hostile conditions to pressure refugees into leaving. The United Kingdom's voluntary return service provides cash assistance and reintegration support. But in reality, will any of these migrants actually return? So far, Austria has stopped processing asylum applications filed by Syrians, in line with several other European countries, but most of those countries agree it is too early to consider returning refugees to Syria. Syrians make up the largest group of asylum seekers in Austria, and Nehammer, like many conservative leaders across Europe, is under pressure from the far right to take a tougher stance on immigration. However, it remains uncertain how many Syrians in Austria will accept the return bonus, especially as Austrian Airlines doesn't operate direct flights to the Middle East due to ongoing security concerns. Mohammed, a 35-year-old Syrian living in Vienna, said, "One day I'd like to return, but only when it's truly safe." While the money is helpful, it does nothing to assure the safety of my family. According to the EU's asylum agency, nearly 14,000 Syrians applied for international protection in Europe up to September this year, and last year saw around 183,000 applications, with about one-third typically accepted. Let me know what you think about this approach down below in the comments. Do you think €1,000 is enough, or should they be given more so that there is more incentive? Or do you think offering financial incentives for voluntary returns is not the answer to the problem? Remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for daily immigration news.